Hello writing besties, welcome back to the channel. My name is Lainey. Thank you for stopping by my little corner of the internet, and welcome to the first official video, hopefully of many, of writing my new book, my new story. So if you're new here, I did two previous Preptober videos in the month of October, kind of introducing all of this. So in this video, and hopefully one of many, we're going to be working on my short story Project Ghost Dance. Visual board here. So Project Ghost Dance is a supernatural magical realism main header genre with elements of sports romance, specifically dance. So the story is about a female main character. Shocker, and it'll get brought up later, I don't have a name for my female main character yet, but so our female MC unfortunately experiences a tragic accident, and because of that she loses her spark of dancing, and she physically is wearing that result of the accident in terms of like having a brace or a boot. I'm still figuring out which one. Also having like chronic pain, tremors, trembling, things of that sort. So one night while she's staying behind at her dance studio cleaning up after her fellow classmates, she hears this like repeated sound of somebody dancing. And when she goes to investigate, she meets Asa, a ghost. A ghost boy, and their kind of connection and meeting and relationship develops from them meeting each other that one fateful night. So that's what the story is about, a little tidbit here and there so you understand kind of how this video is flowing. And so with that said, let's get into the video, and I'll see you guys at the outro where we'll do a little recap. All right, hello, good morning. It is officially day 2 of National Writing Month, and I just woke up. I had a quick little breakfast. I'm so excited for this. I'm sure intro me talked about the fact that I only wrote a little bit for day 1, and now I'm here on day 2 to actually do some damage. I didn't really write a lot because I was super sick yesterday and in so much pain. I only did enough to kind of feel satisfied that like, hey, you know, I contributed to the challenge. I just spent the morning kind of like solidifying like character profiles and stuff like that. Also, can you believe it? I don't even have a name yet for my main character. So the female main character, that kind of sucks, but I kind of like names to come naturally to me. So Asa, the male main character, that name just came naturally in my head, and I felt like, okay, I liked it. And then, you know, Asa, like, we're gonna work with that. But anyways, I was just solidifying character profiles, finished up my beat sheet. I'll figure it out, and you probably saw in the intro, figured out like what's my main genres and what's my subgenres and things of that sort. So I'm thinking supernatural magical realism as the main genres, and then sports romance as the subgenre, because, you know, dance is going to be a heavy focus in the book, and then obviously like these characters are going to grow some sort of connection, and I think I'm just gonna like write, and if it ends up being more romantic or ends up being more platonic, or it goes a little bit even deeper, I don't even know if soulmates is like what I'm trying to aim for, but I think I'm just gonna write, and then like how it ends up going is then like how it end up being. And then last thing I did right before I came here was just to see the numbers for my last short story. So last time I wrote a short story was last summer, so like June-ish. So I wrote 2 short stories within the same week. The first short story that I did has about 39 pages, and it's 5,309 words. The first short story took a week, and the 7th day I then worked on the second one, which was, okay, the longer one was the first one that I did, which is 54 pages and it's 8,233 words. On the 7th day, right when I finished that story, I finished it like right before I hit 12. I worked on the second story, which was the 5,001. That one was much shorter, only had 39 pages, and I wrote that in 4 hours on the 7th day. And I wrote all of that in script format, something that's like 35 plus pages in 5,000 words, something that's 50 plus pages in about 8,000 words, and that's all in script format. If I'm writing this Project Go stands in a like actual book format, I'm not expecting it to be double either one of these numbers, or maybe double the 5,000 one. I'm expecting at least minimum to be around 10,000 words, but we'll see. And then I was just looking at that to know, like, as a guideline, like what my range is. I'm gonna open up a new document and we're gonna start. All right, so we're gonna open up a new doc, and then we're gonna do blank landscape because I split the page in half. So we go to layout and we up the column, and then it'll be 2 columns. So if you're writing, it would go, and then you have that left side, that left and right side. So yesterday I got 151 words, and then I edited what I did yesterday, and that brought me to 150 words. Then I wrote for today for about an hour. That gave me to 610 words. I edited what I wrote right now, and now I'm at 635 words just for today. And in terms of total word count so far, 782. I have a lot to get done today, so I don't know if I'll do another writing session, but for now that's where we're at. But I do want to read the opening. I'm not done with chapter 1. I think I want chapter 1 to end. It will make the most sense for it to end. Either the female main character thinking that something is wrong, because she's gonna hear like this repeated sound as she's like stayed behind in the studio to clean up. She's gonna hear the sound, so it might end with the repeatedness of the sound and her investigating it, or will end with her actually meeting the ghost. The opening reads, "The blur of the silk black skirts of the girls in front of me with every turn reminds me of everything I've lost. I should be up there front and center practicing for the parentheses the name of the dance competition. Instead, I am sitting on the back benches watching Caroline, whatever her last name, in my place. Her gaze keeps finding mine, and I try not to show my displeasure of my current situation. Caroline knows she's not just there as my understudy, filling in for me until I get out of this boot or brace, whatever it is. She's there to take my place. Her small smile she does every time our eyes connect tells me all I need to know. She's taking over as the character name of the dance, or the name of the lead of the dance. And I won't be dancing as the lead. I won't be dancing forever. My body is shot and my career is over." We're gonna end it off there. I have some things to do, and then we'll see. Maybe I'll do a nighttime session, and then I'll give you an update on like how much I've written this weekend and where we are and things of that sort. But total word count so far is 782, a little shy of 1,000. Not bad. Don't even mind my appearance right now. Well, anyways, I'm doing a little braid out, but it's 11:08. I have to start getting ready for work, and so I should start getting ready soon. But I'm at 985 words, and I want to get to 1,000. Or actually, this is not 985. We're actually at 969 words. So I want to try to get 30 words in to get to 1,000. Feel accomplished. I woke up late today. So as of right now, I only wrote, and I only been writing for about like a little over half an hour. So I wrote 187 words so far. So I want to write at least 30 more words to get to 1,000, just in case depending on like how I'm feeling post work, I don't do a night writing session. And for the fact that I woke up late, I want to feel a little bit more accomplished and satisfied for today. I was trying to aim to finish the chapter, but I don't think that's going to happen. But I think we'll get close to finishing the chapter in about 30 words. So slow and steady here. I'm just feeling a little stuck on like how to move on. I think that's just the problem. So if in the next 5 minutes I'm not like writing, I'll just cap it here for what we have, because I do have to get ready a little earlier than usual. Yeah, anyways, it's 11:10. We got 5 minutes to figure this out and see if we can write those 30 words. Welcome to the end. I'm so excited that you stuck around with me throughout this video, and let me know your thoughts on the story so far, of like vaguely what I've mentioned, and if you're also participating in National Novel Writing Month. Not specifically NaNoWriMo. I know that it's technically down and no longer a thing, but also I believe it has come back in a different way. But I also know there's like other like platforms that are doing challenge, and like, but it's under like a different term or under a different company. I know about Novel November, and there's also Pro Writing something and some other stuff. I'm not participating in terms of like going into those like platforms or websites and like writing my story there and using it to track. I'm just doing the general vagueness of, hey, it's National Novel Writing Month. I'm trying to write every single day of my story. But anyways, let's do a little recap and I'll give you my thoughts here. So day 1, which was Saturday, I wrote 151 words. Day 2, 635 words. Day 3, 332 words. And day 4, 45 words, making my total 1,171. And I think that we're at a really good flow here. My original goal was just to hit 1,000 or finish chapter 1, and I think we're on the right track for that. In terms of the story, I kind of still feel a little bit stuck, like I had mentioned to you in that last little clip, in terms of like how to make the characters meet, and I feel a little stuck on like how to really portray the pain the character is going through without making it like too obvious. So I'm trying to like add like the tremors and the tremblings, and it's like, oh, the reader can pick up on like, oh, that's like really bad, instead of like outward saying like, oh, my chronic pain has made me not been able to dance, or etc. I don't know, I think we'll figure all that out, but I think we're on a really good pace. I'm liking the story so far. I'm excited to wrap up the end of the chapter so we can get to Asa and like his dialogue. Yeah, anyways, that's the end of it, and I'll see you guys in another video another time. We'll see how the story has progressed since this. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. It means a lot, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye-bye.